Every month, we pick one lucky commenter and subscriber from all of our unboxings, and they win a £100 OnTableTop gift card. And remember to click that little bell, because that really helps us out.
Hi everybody, I'm Justin from OnTableTop. I'm joined by John from OnTableTop, and today we're having a look at the everlasting wet palette from Redgrass.
Is OnTableTop my second name now?
From OnTableTop.
From OnTableTop is my second name now. Sweet. So yeah, we're looking at these wet palettes. And these are fantastic things because they've been designed to be everlasting. So
is there such a thing as an everlasting palette though?
If you can keep it sealed, the moisture can't go anywhere, can it?
Alright, will you take that and open it up? I'll quickly show everybody the box. Now it comes in two sizes. We've got the big and the small one. So we'll show you the little one first. And so that's the box. And on the back of it, it's giving you a little bit of instruction on how you're going to use it. So John, if you want to crack it open and tell us what we're getting here.
Right, so let's have a look. Because I've not seen one of these before either, so I'm wondering how it opens.
How does it open?
How does it open?
Like so.
It opens like that. So here's the two halves.
Yep.
So the bottom half where you're going to be putting your foam, which is in this little packet here. So this would sit in first, you then apply your water, and then you get 2 packets of the actual paper sheets, which would then sit on top of that.
Right, and so the whole idea of this is the paper sheet is a barrier so that the water can slowly seep up through into your paint and keep it live, yeah?
Yeah, it's basically having a layer of moisture underneath your paint, and when you seal this up, the moisture that rises off that as it evaporates keeps the paint from drying up. It stops that surface starting to crack up and solidify.
Yeah, it's one thing I used to hate when I was painting. I would put a daub onto my painting table, like a savage, and then within about 15-20 minutes it was dry and unusable, and I had to put more paint out.
Yeah. Now this is particularly useful for people that like to mix their paints.
Okay.
This isn't necessarily useful for someone that's painting the colour onto the model that's straight from the pot. So for that you would use just a regular palette, just something flat and that doesn't absorb water.
Right.
But if you're mixing a lot of paints to do your blendings and stuff like that, and you want to keep those mixes ready for you, that's when a wet palette comes into effect.
Well, you see, for me, I don't do a lot of blending or anything like that. I just find it keeps my paint live. Because, I mean, like, if I'm doing a full unit, all the gold on 10 guys, all the blue on 10 guys, all the brown on 10 guys, you know, as I'm doing that cycle, and as I'm making missteps, because I'm not the neatest painter, that paint's still live and I can come back and just give it a little touch. Yeah,
but the likes of Roman would swear by a wet palette. Now, obviously, he does a lot more blending, a lot more mixing.
Yes.
So he tends, particularly when he's over for filming, he will make all his mixes and he'll keep it good on the wet palette for nearly the entire week that he's here.
I see. All right, so now let's move on to the big one. So if you take that and open it up for me.
Okay.
I will again show off the box. Now this one's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So I would say for your average painter, that little one is going to do the job perfectly.
Oh, absolutely.
For your Studio XL, is what this one's called. And yeah, so just for sheer scale, this thing's going to let you put a lot more paint down, let you do a lot more mixing, a lot more blending. Now, this one also comes with a couple of the additional extras, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, they both have. So for starters, I'll move this stuff to the side first.
Right.
You have the size of the palette itself, which is in the same manner as the other one.
Well, if we put this down and put the little one on top, you'll see it's nearly, what, twice the size?
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, easy twice the size.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're twice the size. Both of them come with a little extra piece here, which is like a little mixing pot. So if you want to put, say for example, you're using your primary colors, your red, greens, yellows, whatever. Yeah. They're all in there, and then you're setting that to the side, and then you're mixing in. Yeah. From here, which
if
would be
I'm
the way
right,
to do it.
This actually has a couple of wee magnets on it.
Yep.
So you put it on there.
It will magnetize to the side of the palette,
and it's not really going anywhere.
And when you're done, if you really want to make sure that seal is good, you have a big elastic strip that will slip over and hold it all shut nice and tidy.
Right, one thing I'm curious about, so I know the foam in this is bigger, is the paper. It is.
Yes.
So the paper is set to fit for it.
Yeah, it would have to be. What's nice is you're getting a pack there of 50 sheets with the larger one, and the smaller one, it's 2 packs of 50 sheets.
Yeah, so you're not going to run out anytime soon.
No, and you'll be able to get these off the manufacturer quite easily, I would imagine.
For me, I think having something like this is a really, really good thing to have if you're starting to get from that beginner stage of painting to the intermediate.
Yep.
Even if you're just doing big army projects, these things help you out a lot.
Yeah, even if you're doing something like mixing your highlight color, if you're using a base color out of the pot, you don't need this. But if you're mixing the highlights. So you're taking your base color and adding a bit of white or a bit of something else to it. One of these would be handy just to make sure you have that mix handy, that you can replicate it.
Yeah, and I always find, you see, whenever I'm working off the palette, or palette, as you keep saying, it's easy to actually keep your consistencies.
Yes.
Because you can put out a certain size of paint that you know how much it is, and then just dip your brush and put easy drops of water in without having to get the eyedropper out.
Yeah, exactly.
So getting your consistencies is a lot easier on one of these.
Yep,
definitely. At least that's my thinking.
So yeah, that's it. A very useful tool, which a lot of, as you say, intermediate to high-end painters will be using a lot anyway. And this adds a great little version of the wet palette to everyone else's workspace. So I'm happy enough with that. Yep,
and it gets rid of the question of how do you make one of these? Well, no, you don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you what, drop your comments down below. Tell us, what do you think? Do you use one of these? Do you use a homebrew one? Let us know in the comments below. We'll move on. We'll see you again soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.